Hi, I'm Robert Begley with day 288 of my video challenge. When I was a kid, during Easter time, during Lent, in the build up, the week before Easter, this was one of the several religious movies that I would watch, Samson and Delilah. My grandmother liked Victor Mature. That was her favorite actor because he was in all those religious movies. But Hedy Lamar, Delilah, ouch. What a knockout. That was my first introduction to her. Then over the years, I learned her story, and she was much more than a beauty. She had brains. Just very briefly, her story is born in Vienna, marries, becomes a film star. But when she was a little girl, her father would explain to her everything that worked. They would be walking to the bank where he worked, and she'd ask, how does a car work? How does the traffic lights work? How do the electric wires to the factory? He would just explain everything, and her curious mind absorbed this, and she became an inventor from being a little girl. But she was also very attractive, so acting was appealing to her as well. Germans took over Vienna. She planned to come to America, and Louis B. Mayer of Metro Goldwyn Mayer actually was in London scouting talent to bring to America. And he saw her and offered her $100 a week, and she turned him down. But she made sure to be on the boat with him to America, and she got all dressed up. And when he saw all the eyes turn looking towards her, bumped it up to $500 a week, paying her. Now, most of the roles she had she was this seductive temptress. And that's what she did. That was her day job. But her night job, like those superheroes who they do one thing by day, but at night they solve problems. She was an inventor, and during World War II, she felt guilty for making money in America while her family was being attacked, her homeland was being attacked. And the German U-boats would torpedo American vessels that were going to bring supplies. And this cut off Europe. Europe would starve if the Germans succeeded with this. So she had the idea with this pianist friend of hers of what's called frequency hopping, where she could stagger the frequency of transmission between the torpedo and the main ship so that the Germans could not detect what frequency they were on and jam it and then intercept it. So this was a major success. Now, actually, she applied for the patent and it wasn't used in real time. The Navy said no, they thought she was an actress and this other guy was a pianist. And it was applied during the Cuban Missile Crisis, early 1960s, but she was never given recognition for it. How often does this happen in life? All they think of her is a pretty face, but she has the brains. And fortunately, later on in her life, she was recognized, inducted into both the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but the American Inventors Hall of Fame as well. And even to this day, cell phone Wi-Fi services are derived from this idea of frequency hopping. So we say thank you to Hedy Lamar. Tomorrow on the Hero Show, we celebrate her life. Hedy Lamar, it's interesting because in Blazing Saddles, the Mel Brooks movie, one character was named Hedy Lamar, and she sued him for it. And Mel Brooks, who was crazy about Hedy Lamar since he was like a teenager, they settled out of court and he gave her some money. So interesting, fabulous life. We'll see you tomorrow, day 289 of the video challenge.